Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, live, learn, grow on Penyo channel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hello, hi Penyo family. Welcome to Penyo channel. Penyo means victory, for we are victorious. We learn, we heal, we change, we align, we ignite, and we conquer. It's a triumphal procession. Today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today. Sales is all activities that lead to the selling of goods and services. Marketing is the process of getting people interested in the goods or services being sold. Pricing your product or service. For a business to be successful, the price must cover the total cost of the goods produced plus make as much profit as the market will allow. When you determine the cost, you need to take into account the total, which has three main components: cost of actual goods sold and plus selling cost plus overhead cost. If you are in the service industry, your overhead cost will probably be a lot less than a manufacturing operation. Overheads are those that are not directly related to the production of goods and services, but are necessary for the operation of a business. Examples are costs included rent, utilities, insurance, legal fees, office supplies, advertising, payroll, and accounting fees. In a retail business, your cost needs to include any commissions that will be paid to the sales staff and agents. You need to do a careful analysis of your break-even point at various prices to ensure you select the right pricing option for your business. Break-even point of the business is the point you reach where you are no longer making a loss. It is a point where your total income equals your total expenses. You are still not making a profit, but at least you are not showing a loss in your income statement. Break-even point is number of units equals to cost of fixed cost divided by selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. Low prices go hand in hand with higher costs in other areas, such as the cost and risk attached to low quality and high inventory. When low prices are linked to quantity, the right price is not necessarily the lowest amount. The total of final cost should rather be seen as the decisive factor in awarding orders. Price should be regarded as only one of the components of value, together with quality, delivery, and cost of use. A buyer should always strive to obtain the highest value for the business. The price paid for materials or services must be reasonable and should enable the purchasing enterprise to make its own product or service competitive in the market. On the other hand, a reasonable price should also be fair to the supplier to ensure that a supplier sells to profitability and survival. The price should therefore be fair to the purchasing firm and the supplier in terms of profitability and value. Price determination. The methods used to determine purchasing prices depend on the value of the materials and value of transaction. Publish price lists and available market information, including catalogs, brochures, and advertisements in trade journals, are most suitable for the purchase of standard materials and orders of low monetary value. For example, when purchasing screws and stationery. When you get your pricing wrong, you may end up losing money despite working very hard to produce and sell large volume of goods. The pricing strategy you select will be determined by what your market will allow. The factors influencing this include market needs. Pricing is very much a factor of supply and demand. Expenditure. If you have high overheads in your business, then your pricing will need to cover those. Supplier pricing. If your suppliers increase their prices, then you have two choices. You can either leave your price as it is at the expense of your profit, or you would need to redo your break-even analysis, taking into account the increased price of your raw material, and adjust your pricing accordingly. Competition. The amount of competition in your market will have a major influence on your pricing strategy. Competition on price alone is never going to give you a sustainable competitive advantage. Whatever your pricing strategy, it is important to be the first to the market and close the window of opportunity to all your competitors as quickly as effectively as possible. That way you can have the luxury of choosing your pricing strategy without the pressure of a lot of competitors all jostling for the price of the available market. Pricing strategies. Skimming. High prices are set initially for the product, leading customers to believe that the product is of high quality. The price can be dropped later as the market becomes more competitive. You use this strategy where there is little competition and where you need to recover your startup cost as quickly as possible. Your markup here would be large. Variable pricing. You have different prices for different customers. This allows you to negotiate volume, discounts, and preferred provider status with some of your customers. You forfeit some of your profit in return for guaranteed business. Price lining strategy. You offer similar products of different quality and different prices. Your customer can then select the product they can afford. Two key factors that will determine the profitability and therefore the survival and growth of your business. Timing of purchase. The time at which purchases are made often undermines the price paid for materials. In the same way, time and price determine the quantity to be purchased. The aim of buying at the right time are to ensure that the business is supplied on an ongoing basis with the material and services required for it to operate without interruptions. To reduce the risk of price fluctuation. To keep inventory holding at optimal level. To realize these aims, a buyer should have a sound knowledge of the market and trends. Selling techniques. You need to spend time evaluating the most effective selling techniques. The type of technique chosen must address three main areas: the product or service offering, the customer, the sales staff. The important thing is to understand your products and proposition in terms that your customer will recognize as being relevant and beneficial to them. Customers generally value the following benefits higher than all others. Making money, saving time. If your sales approaches cannot be seen as leading to any of the above, the customers will not be interested in you. A service offer or proposition should be an encapsulation of what you do best, that you do better than your competitors, something that fits with your business objectives. Successful selling also requires that the product or service is of suitable quality for its target market. Product development, design and production, service delivery and the honesty of selling typically are outside of the formal control of the salesperson. As an entrepreneur, you need to know the benefits and features of the product. Similar products and services offered by competitors such as model, size, features, price, difference, after sales, etc. In addition, you need to keep up to date with the latest developments in the specific market, competition, product, etc. Once you have clearly identified who you are selling to, one of the combination of the following techniques can be used. Sales network. During your marketing research, you may have established that your particular product or service is complementary to certain existing product or services. You would then sell your product using the same similar techniques. Direct selling. You approach the customer directly as opposed to through a retailer and sell your product or service to them. This is after you have gathered information about the potential customers' buying habits, likes and dislikes, price preferences, etc. You gather this information through your market segment activities. Cold calling. You literally approach any potential customer. You do not necessarily have any information about the customer. You simply approach them with your market material and try to convince them to purchase your product or service. This is often considered the most difficult form of selling and has a very low success rate. For example, phoning people from the telephone directory, database or door-to-door selling. The business you are about to embark in or are currently involved in is all about making sales. Once you have qualified your market and established a demand for your product or service, you need to get out there and sell. This involves researching and applying the appropriate techniques. In addition, essential to a successful sale is knowing the benefits and features of your product, clearly understanding what your competitors are offering and why is yours better. Part of your overall business strategy is to ensure that all of these plans and activities are viewed on a regular basis and adapted and modified to ensure the sustainability of your business. The results of your marketing research, competitor analysis, and product life cycle. Evaluate and modify your marketing plan. Identify actions to take to implement the revised marketing plan. Profitability ratios. Analyzing your profitability is probably the most important indicator of the success of your business. The ratios demonstrate your performance and growth potential. Gross profit ratio performance. Gross profit ratio is equals to gross profit divided by sales. Gross profit is the amount after deduction cost of sales from income. If this ratio goes down over time, it means that your selling price have not kept up with your cost of goods, or you have given discounts, or you have stock losses or theft. Net profit ratio or percentage. This figure takes into account all your business expenses. Net profit ratio is equals to net profit sales. Return on assets ratio. This ratio measures how well your business is using its assets to produce more revenue. Return on assets ratio is equals to net profit divided by total assets. Negotiating skills. Negotiating is an interactive communication process that may take place whenever we want something from someone else or another person wants something from us. The essence of negotiating is dealing with differences between two or more parties. The final result of any negotiation must be an agreement. Basic principles of negotiating. Be hard on the problem and soft on the person. Focus on needs and not positions. Emphasize common grounds. Be inventive about options. Make clear agreements. Marketing is a process by which you decide what to sell, to whom you will sell, when and how you're going to sell your product or service, and doing that. In order to achieve this, you need to ensure that the 4 P's of marketing are applied. Product, price, place, promotion. Product life cycle. Product travels through various stages of development. The product life cycle measures the stages of growth, and these measures enable the entrepreneur to make decisions about whether to continue selling a product and when to introduce new follow-up products. Introduction stage. The entrepreneur presents his or her product to the potential customers. Sales growth is slow. Money needs to be spent promoting the product. Advertising tends to be informative. Selective distribution is often used. Growth stage. Sales price and profits increase. Competition increases. Price or product may decrease. Adjustments to product may be made. Maturity stage. Sales start to flatten out. There is a lot of competition. Profit decrease. Decline stage. Sales decline. There is less marketing. Fewer competitors. Price decrease further. Marketing strategy with the product life cycle model. Introduction stage. Pricing is very important here. Growth. Product adjustments. New user. Maturity. Repackaging. Co-branding. Product adjustments and diversification. Decline stage. Rebranding, repositioning, new markets and segments. It is easy to see just how important it is to factor a product life cycle into the overall marketing strategy. Without linking these 2 key elements, there runs the risk of setting oneself up for failure before the new venture has an opportunity to get off the ground. When you are selling, you are solving the next person's problem. You are not less than them. However, not everybody has the same problem you are solving and needs the same solution. So find the right market and sell. Be able to handle a lot of rejection. Set a target for 10 potential customers. Sell to at least 3 or 5. Use a professional approach than just being casual or African. When you address people by looking at them and assume they will be fine with that, sister, mom, old lady, and so on, it's fine at home or in the community. Even little kids are called Baba or Mama, but in public, most people don't like it, so you won't sell. It's Miss, Mr. until they tell you how to address them. And if you don't agree, remember your aim is to sell. Sometimes you get a call and they ask if they're speaking to Miss So and so. You reply yes. Then it's switched to Mama and mentioned at every beginning and end of the sentence. It's Mama again. So it's being reinforced and emphasized. And that's not how you communicate. You don't address people now and then when you're talking to them. It means you have a problem or you are feeling small about your job or age and you want to take it out on the customer or potential customer. You won't sell. Suggestions from customers. Don't let them change you or make you divert from your vision completely, that you end up not knowing what you are doing because you want the money and so an opportunity. If you can't do deliveries, then tell the customers that you'll think about it, but for now they need to come and pick up their product. Be careful with the choice of words. Instead of saying would you like to buy, you can say would you like to own. Thanks for watching. Kindly like, share or subscribe. Heart to heart, from my heart to yours, it's all love. La 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 la. Heart to heart, from my heart to yours, it's all love. Thanks for watching your channel. Take care, love, joy, peace, faith, hope. La 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 la.